Hey, what's going on, guys? It's No Shoes, and we're back with another Aesop Rock Day. Today, we're going to be reacting to Difficult from Ace and Blockhead. This was suggested by Nikolai Kowalski, so thank you, Nikolai, for the suggestion. Keep them coming in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, especially if you want to see more Ace every single Friday. But without any further ado, let's get right into it. Let's see what Ace got to say. Let's see what Blockhead got on the beat, and let's see what Difficult is all about. Let's get it.
Hey,
Very interesting. We got like a super dark, reedy instrument, like maybe like a bass clarinet or something like that. And it's like just slightly not aligned with the drums. It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like just barely syncopated. Just coming like a split second late. The drums sound good. Let's see where this goes, man. It sounds like this is going to have a cool kind of like dark type of vibe to it.
hey, pulled pork sliders, headed for Satori and jorts and horse blinders. I'm more for the sorted, got name for the normies. Cornered, my storm got plans for the Dorothies. I storm off forged for my Gramps war story. Short sword swinging like a dance floor in the 40s. My oars both row in an ocean of fringe science. The low roads owner of the most pinched lighters. I maybe got 1,000. My crane kick plays like a train through a mountain. My neck chop plays like.
Very interesting start here. So it feels like we're slowly building up the instrumental. It almost felt like a second layer of drums came in for a second there and really like started to strengthen up some of like the upper drums on the kit, you know what I mean? Like really the snare maybe. I haven't really heard any like toms or anything just yet. That reeded instrument is so interesting because it's like so close. It's so close to the drum beat, but it's like just slightly off. And I'm wondering that like as this builds, will it start to make more and more sense where that reedy instrument fits? It seems like we're getting more layers, seems like we're getting a slow build. I haven't really seen Ace do a track quite like this, where, at least if my guess is correct, he's building the instrument one piece at a time and he's just starting to rap before it's fully built. But let's see where it goes from here. Pretty slow, or pretty spaced out delivery, I should say, from him so far.
I maybe got 1,000. My crane kick plays like a train through a mountain. My neck chop plays like blades on a frisbee. Old tally ho had the whole place in a tizzy as you with it. Big name wake made a windswept village. Visit with a simps get skittish. Some get a signal to the ships in a distance. Most get crickets. It's slim pickings. Folks say I'm difficult.
Ooh, okay. Well, hold up real quick, because there was one more instrument they added in, whether it's like string or like some type of synth. Comes up in the top. It's very atmospheric, very kind of like lacy and faint, just kind of around the edges. Also, the panning at the beginning of this track was really interesting, and it might have maintained, but now that we have Ace unifying everything by being in the center, it feels a lot more balanced. But having like the reeds on one side and the drums on the other side was very interesting. And now, as soon as we get like, what is it? Maybe like four layers, and then the fifth layer is the vocal. I mean, there's probably more layers, but for simplicity's sake, and then just beat switch, complete change up. Now we got some like atmospheric synth under Ace. Clean delivery so far of the bars. Let's see where it goes.
The simps get skittish. Some get a signal to the ships in a distance. Most get crickets. It's slim pickings. Folks say I'm difficult.
Okay.
Too stubborn. It's funny, I'm real easy.
Sure. So that sound I thought was strings a second ago, I'm thinking was probably this flute that we're hearing now, but maybe repitched or, somehow affected that it really changed the flavor of the sound. But it does feel like whatever that like top lacy high sound I heard before is more of like a woodwind than like a stringed instrument. But interesting beat switch. Let's see where it goes.
It's funny, I'm real easy. Yeah, I'm bugging. I like film cameras and slim chances, and I always put the chips in a sandwich. Yeah, bitch, picture a hiccup in the curriculum.
Yo, potato chips and a grilled cheese, man. Honestly, any sandwich, that's the way to go. Yeah, nice delivery of the bars so far. I haven't noticed anything like too crazy, at least on Ace's scale yet. But some nice clean rhymes, nice clean delivery. Like I said, definitely a little bit more spaced out than at least we've been hearing from him on what we've listened to lately. But maybe that'll change as we go. Let's find out.
I always put the chips in a sandwich. Yeah, bitch, picture a hiccup in the curriculum. Clearing up his coattails, tones yelling, finish them. Stone-faced, always with the same two sidekicks. One no, both the comedically oversized fists. Pack a wallop, a whole pack.
Sidekicks to oversized fists. That's great. I like that. Some good imagery too, saying comedically oversized fists. Bro, I got on like the double Hulk hands. Shout out, man. Any of y'all that remember the Hulk hands, I miss those, dog.
Pack a wallop, a whole pack of punks. Pretty much a grizzly plucking sushi out the salmon run. Trouble manish, I'm an apple with no tree. I'm groundswell crashing every castle at Jones Beach. It's beautiful as
interesting. I'm an apple with no tree. I wonder if that's a reference at all to like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I don't know. Anybody know Ace's relationship with his dad? Is it non-existent? Is this a completely different bar that has nothing to do with his dad and is completely metaphorical? I don't know. You tell me.
Well, crashing every castle at Jones Beach. It's beautiful as Jolene here in the sun, or any adversary wrapped up in an area rug. Oh Jesus, Ace loves all animals and plant life. Songbirds eat from his hand, you goddamn right. Odd man out, bad hand banned out. Trying to man up, man down. Folks say I'm difficult.
Ooh. Yeah, some really interesting elements in here, like ooh, just boom, transition. That was cool. I like that, man. I like to do a lot of transitions like that when I'm producing, especially on my upcoming EP Dabbed. If you check out my track Passing Through, I use some xylophone type sounds in an interesting way like that. But great sound here. Really like the transitions. The woodwind, that low bass clarinet type sound has really started to grow on me. At first, it was really throwing me off. And I honestly can't lie to y'all. I thought this might be like the first Ace track that I just couldn't vibe with. But as we've gotten in, I've acclimated, and there's definitely some still like, it feels like a real person was playing in it. It feels like they were a little late and just decided to like leave it. But you know, when you think about producers like Jay Dilla and stuff like that, there is a certain style to somewhat being like a little sloppy, not having it like perfectly quantized and having everything on the grid. There's an art form to that, as well as there is an art form to having everything being perfectly in time with each other. So, you know, no hate, just here to observe. Honestly, I've thought about calling these reactions observations before instead. What do y'all think about that? But let's keep it rolling.
Man up, man down. Folks say I'm difficult. Too rigid. It's funny, I'm real easy. Y'all tripping.
I really like these big, wide open sections here. These are probably my favorite part of the track. Crazy enough, even though Ace is speaking the least here. It's really nice flavor, that melody, just everything. It's almost like there's like some chimes or something happening in the background. I can like feel some type of like shimmery sound in the back of my ear.
Y'all tripping. Every time an influencer offers advice, I feel years coming off of my life. I feel blood shooting out of my ears. Still, I'm apparently a sucker for these houses of mirrors. Okay, homeboy, I could turn $1 into 2 with no job. All I do is hit hit a pot with a spoon. To anybody clocking a copy is every move. Catch a birdie from the window of a rocket to the moon. Got a double wide enclosure at the back of the.
Damn. Great delivery. Feels like he's pushing a little bit harder than he has been throughout this track. Some harder punches as well. Definitely. Really, really great here. Great, like, ebb and flow to this track. We got some open sections. We got some slow sections. We got some sections with the push. There's a great balance in that regard. And also, I just realized I mentioned Zabda, but I didn't mention that the pre-save is live in my link tree and it'll be dropping very soon. So keep your eyes peeled. I think it's literally dropping tomorrow from when this video is recorded. I'm living in the future right now. It's hard for me to keep track of dates. Or nah, in like a 2 weeks. What? Oh, I digress. Yo, I can't keep track of anything. Let's go.
Catch a birdie from the window of a rocket to the moon. Got a double wide enclosure at the back of the zoo. Got a cat named Kirby, she can rap good too. Gadzooks.
Hey, shout out Kirby, man. Kirby. That's a fantastic track that I was just re-listening to because one of my boys is writing a story about like a man and his cat.
Named Kirby, she can rap good too. Gadzooks, it behoove you to slow that roll. Around here we turn jokers in a smoking hole. I'm a fever dream, I seen trouble nobody knows. Still show us home county how a Nova explodes. That's a whole lot of woe on a stove. That's a whole lot of holes in your prose. Gross, folks say I'm difficult.
Dude, there is a song I made that was on some free YouTube type beat that like years ago that has like that exact same flute on it, man. It gets me every time it switches to this bridge section. I can feel that track like trying to work its way back out of my memories, man.
I'm difficult. Too defiant. It's funny, I'm real easy. Y'all wildin'.
Whoa, that like sped up vocal, really high pitched in the background is a really nice touch. Like probably the brightest element besides the flute that we've had this whole track. Really just adds that like I always talk about that little bit of salt and pepper. It just brings that extra quality, that extra character, that just that plus one layer of complexity. And that's just a beautiful addition. Wow. Wild track, dude. Wild track. It took it a minute to win me over, but once it won me over, I was locked in. Y'all saw that. But that was difficult from Aesop Rock and Blockhead. Thank you again to Nikolai Kowalski for the suggestion. Keep them coming in the comments down below. Check out my link tree if you want to see more fun stuff from me in addition to the videos on the channel. But much love to everybody in the No Shoes gang. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to see more videos like this. Keep those suggestions coming, and I will see y'all next time.